predictive analytics, or how do you make data predictive, is actually a complicated question. But if you simply want to predict the future, and you've collected the data to describe your present, one of the earliest ways to start making data predictive, which again is a little different, or is at least a less complicated form of the question that might require machine learning or artificial intelligence, which we'll touch on in another discussion on another day. But if you're really just trying to say, how do I take data and allow it to tell me where I might end up? How do I allow it to project my current state into the future? You have to start collecting data that's relevant to your questions. For example, if you want to add a new service line and you'd like to understand where that the revenue for that added service line might be in 12 months, you have to have enough data collected over either your assumptions, which is data. It may not be a representation of actual revenue collected, but you'll have to produce some sort of model or set of assumptions that expresses what you expect to get over the first 3 to 6 months. And then you can allow that to act as a model to project into the future. Or if you've already started collecting data, you need to collect data over time, which means you need to be cognizant of the fact that that the system you're collecting data may not give you, it might tell you where you are today, but it may not give you any sort of snapshots or archival of data so that you can look at periods, over time. So you need data over time. And then if you have a sufficient amount of data over a sufficient amount of time, then you can actually apply artificial intelligence, machine learning, and other things to actually make statistical based, mathematically based, computer based guesses or predictions about where you'll end up. But even before that, if you have even some data collected about where you are and where you have been over a certain period, you can begin to start to make educated, model-based predictions ahead of machine learning. So if you want to think about how to make data predictive, it's really just about start collecting it, make sure it's archived and snapshotted, relevant to certain periods, and then use that as the basis to form some assumptions about the future.